Hey, what's up everyone, so welcome back to another video. And there is a lot of videos on YouTube with a lot of different microphones, test microphones for YouTubers, for studios as well. And many of them are very accurate. Some of them they say like, oh, the audio is unedited, but then they edit the audio. For example, from the camera now, the microphone from the camera, I'm gonna edit the audio because I'm speaking kind of far away. So the audio in the end, if I don't edit it, it's gonna be pretty bad. But I'm not gonna edit the audio from the microphone test that I'm gonna show you. And also one of the tests that some people do is they test in a studio setup where there is minimum noise. So it's a perfect environment for microphones. I'm gonna test it here in my room. It's not a special studio for microphones. So the noise is gonna be pretty normal. And the test is gonna be with the Rode NT USB against the Auna 900B. I had this microphone for like 2 years already and I did use it a lot, but it's time to change to the Rode NT USB. This Rode NT USB, it's not new as well, and on YouTube there is not comparisons against these two microphones because this microphone is pretty popular everywhere in the world. But the Auna 900B, it's popular at least here in Germany, but I don't know if it's popular on other countries. And this microphone, it's considered as a budget microphone, even though here in Germany it costs like 70 euros, so that's not really budget. Now, before I start the test between both of them, I want to talk about the heavy of the microphones. The Rode NT USB, it's so much heavier compared to the 900B. The 900B it's also made fully in metal or aluminum, but it's not so heavy as the Rode NT USB. So let's jump straight into the test. So now we're gonna test firstly the Rode NT USB. I'm using the volume of the microphone at 75. Not sure if you're gonna be able to see it, but it's 75. The Rode NT micro USB comes with a pop filter, which this pop filter, it's pretty solid build made from, it's also like aluminum, which the Auna 900B doesn't come with any pop filter, but I'm gonna use this same pop filter to the Auna 900B. I'm gonna have to hold it with my hand because it's very important, the pop filter. If you're holding your microphone pretty close like I'm doing right here, for example, when you're saying those peace, then your microphone is gonna pick that up. So let's test it here. Pizza, pazza, puzza. So now we have the Auna 900B. I'm using as well the 75% volume. From what I'm seeing, it's lower than the Rode NT USB, but you be the judge of it. Like I've said, the Auna 900B doesn't come with a pop filter, so I just try to stick the pop filter. And I'm trying to speak to this at the same distance as the other one, trying to make the test as close as possible. So let's try again with the piece. Of course, with the pop filter, this pop filter, how it's very good build, it's gonna stop those peas, but still, it's all about how the microphone picks up the volume. Pizza, pazza, puzza. So now I'm gonna try to raise the volume to 90%. We'll see what will happen there. I'm gonna talk at the same distance, just so you feel the difference between 75% and 90%. I will use the 75% because that's the volume I use on the Rode NT USB, while on this microphone 75, at least from what I tested before, it's not enough 75. So now on the Rode NT USB we're still on the 75%, and now I'm gonna raise it to 90%. Let me focus on the screen, and I'm gonna raise it to 90%. Now you can hear the difference between 75% on the Rode NT USB and 90% as well. I think going more than 90% on any microphone, it's a bit too much because it will pick a lot of noise, and as well if you speak closely, then sometimes it will be too much. But if you're speaking far away, then yeah, you'll need more percentages. So this is how it's on the 90%. From what I'm seeing on the screen, at 90% on the Rode NT USB, it's too much. So now I'm not gonna hold the microphone close to my mouth. I'm gonna hold it here. It's like half a meter maybe. I'm still having it at 90%. So this is what many streamers, for example, will have the microphone at, because not everyone wants to have the microphone close to their mouths. For me, I always try to use it as close as possible to my mouth, because when the microphone is close to your mouth, then it picks the voice better and also might pick lower noise from the background. But well, everyone is different, so this is how it sounds from like half a meter away. I'm gonna be quiet for a little bit so you can hear the noise if there is any, and then I'm gonna try to type on the keyboard so you see if it picks anything. Okay, that was the noise that you heard, if you heard any. Now I'm gonna try to type something on the keyboard. I have a keyboard with MX Cherry Reds. So now with an Auna 900B at the same distance, I'm still at 90% volume. From what I noticed, the Auna 900B picks also pretty good sound, but it needs to be closer to your mouth. I'm gonna shut down for a little bit so you hear the noise from the background, if there is any. And now I'm gonna type on the keyboard with MX Cherry Red switches. So now we're gonna do the test with the microphone turning it around. These microphones, they are cardioid microphones, so they pick sound only from the front and less from the back or from the sides or from the top. So I'm gonna rotate the microphone so you hear the difference. I'm still at 90% volume. So this is the front, and I'm gonna rotate the microphone in the back. This is the back and this is the top. So right now I'm speaking at the top, still the back. Now it's on the side and in the front. So in the front it's so much better sound, but I'm speaking kind of far away, so it might still pick okay-ish sound, but still the front, it's what it picks the best. So now with the Rode NT USB, I'm still at 90% volume. This is the front of the microphone, and I'm gonna rotate the microphone as I'm speaking. Now it's on the side, on the back. It will still pick up pretty good volume, but it will be pretty different. Many people think that you can speak at the top of this microphone, but I mean, you can speak, but still the difference is huge between the top and the side. Now it's the top, again on the side, and on the front. On the front is where it picks the best sound. So like I've said, these microphones, they are very different, but are also very similar at the same time. Because of the cardioid pattern, they both have connection through USB, actually the same cable, so it's very easy to swap them. From what I've seen, the Rode NT USB has much higher volume. At 75% you can still hear it pretty good, while on the Auna 75 it's kind of pretty low. You have to raise it a bit, but when you raise it you have more background noise. But still, from what I've seen, at least in my opinion, the Auna 900B has a little more bass than the Rode NT USB, but the Rode NT USB has a much more accurate microphone, because how you hear it on the Rode NT USB, this is how it sounds in the real, while the Auna 900B has a bit more bass to it. So which is also good, because I always give more bass in post-production, or whenever I record scripts with the microphone, I always give more bass in editing. I give more highs, more bass, reduce the background noise, because there always is a background noise in whatever mic you're gonna have. I'm blown away with the quality of both microphones. This one, like I've said, it's supposed to be a cheap microphone, but depending on what country you are in, it still might be a bit pricey. But for a brand that it's not so known as Rode, Auna makes some pretty good microphones. And this one, it's a good deal if you want to start your YouTube channel. While the Rode NT USB, it's a bit more, let's say, professional, even though everyone can use it and it fits everyone. But in the end, it's all about the price. So yeah, I hope I did the test kinda accurate. I tried to use the same distance on the both. I use the same cable, so I don't move the stand microphone so much, because I want it to be at the same distance, for example. Of course, these kind of tests, they aren't always 100% accurate, but I try to do it as accurate as possible, because like I've said, this is a normal room, doesn't have any noise isolation, so this is how most people are gonna use their microphones, because not everyone can afford having a studio. But of course, when you have a real studio, you don't really go for cheaper microphones, or maybe you go. Everyone is different. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. Until next one.